Valerie Bertinelli leaves behind a fortune that makes her family cry. Rowan Atkinson, $150 million. Rowan Atkinson, who has a huge net worth of $150 million, has been making us laugh for decades. He has a twinkle in his eye and a unique ability to make people laugh. When he started making people laugh in the 1980s with Not the 9 O'Clock News, Rowan quickly became a familiar face in homes all over the world. His movie parts, like the clumsy spy in Johnny English or the sarcastic hornbill Zazu in Disney's The Lion King, only adds to his legendary position. This comic master has made a name for himself as one of the highest-paid stars in the UK through movies, TV shows, and endorsements. Katy Perry, $340 million. From small beginnings in 2001, Katy Perry rose to fame around the world with the hit song I Kissed a Girl in 2008. The songs California Girls, Roar, and Firework by this singer have made us dance, sing, and even cry. Katy's made a lot of money from her trips around the world, her lucrative deals, and her work as a judge on American Idol. But 2023 came with a huge twist. A mind-boggling $225 million was paid by Katy for a music treasure hoard. She's one of the richest women in America, having made $340 million on her own. She's a true star in singing. Elton John, $550 million. When Elton John first started making music in the early 1970s, he gave us hits like Rocket Man and Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. With more than 30 solo songs and more than 300 million records sold around the world, Elton's talent is clear. He's more than just an artist, he's a way of life. How about 5 Grammys, 2 Oscars, and a Golden Globe? A day in the life. On a trip? Elton's shows always sell out like hotcakes. He's also a smart businessman with his own record label, Rocket Records, and lines of trendy clothes and glasses. Ever since he became rich, Elton's been bigger. Now he's worth $550 million. Mila Kunis, $65 million. The Ukrainian-American star Mila Kunis made her way in Hollywood in the late 1990s. 8 famous seasons of that 70s show were her big break as Jackie Burkhart. She also wowed audiences in Black Swan, Ted, and Oz the Great and Powerful. She's also a singing star because she's been Meg Griffin's voice on Family Guy since 1999. Mila's wealth doesn't just come from playing, she's one of the highest-paid actresses in Hollywood. She makes a lot of money from advertising, acting jobs, and business work. There's more. She runs Orchard Farm Productions and her stylish clothes and accessory line like a smart businesswoman. In 2023, she was happy to have a net worth of $65 million. Joe Jonas, $50 million. The flexible American artist Joe Jonas has a huge wealth that adds up to $50 million. Early in his career, he was a key part in the Jonas Brothers, along with his brothers Nick and Kevin, making hits like Year 3000 and SOS. Joe went solo in 2010 while the band was on a break. His album Fast Life came out in 2011, and the song Pom Poms became a big hit. As well as stage work, Joe has been in movies like Camp Rock 2, and Disney's Jonas L.A. His wealth comes from many sources, including music, shows, acting, and rich deals. Sophie Turner, $12 million. The English actor Sophie Turner has a net worth of $12 million, which is a lot of money. She made a name for herself in TV history with her famous role as Sansa Stark on HBO's Game of Thrones. Besides her work in Westeros, Sophie's also been in movies like X-Men Apocalypse, Dark Phoenix, and Heavy. TV showed shows like Survive and The Staircase. Sophie makes money in many ways, such as through acting, advertising, and her job as a famous Louis Vuitton brand spokeswoman. Because she's one of the most famous and successful young actors in the world, her $12 million net worth says a lot about how hard she worked at her job. Nick Jonas, $70 million. The American triple threat, Nick Jonas, has a huge net worth of $70 million. The world knows him as the third brother of the Jonas Brothers, whose hits included Year 3000 and Burn It Up. After the band took a break in 2010, Nick started his solo career. The hit song Jealous from his album Nick Jonas came out in 2010. He showed how versatile he was on Last Year Was Complicated in 2014, which had the #1 songs Chains and Close. He works well with others and has done so with Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, and D-Nice. Nick is good at more than just singing, though. He's been in movies and on TV, like as a judge on Camp Rock and The Voice. Jessica Simpson, $200 million. Jessica Simpson, an American celebrity with many talents, has an amazing net worth of $200 million. At first, she was a choir singer in church. Then, songs like Sweet Kisses, Irresistible, and In This Skin, which sold millions of copies in the U.S., made her famous. The big screen's seen her in The Dukes of Hazzard and Employee of the Month, and the small screen has seen her as a judge on America's Got Talent. In 2005, she started a clothing line that was a huge hit. Jessica is one of the most successful artists in the world. She makes money from singing, shows, acting, advertising, and her fashion business. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, $800 million. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson has an amazing net worth of $800 million. He is the perfect multi-hyphenate. He was a famous wrestler in the past and won the WWE Championship 9 times, which captivated people all over the world. He also starred in WWE pay-per-views, including WrestleMania. When he started acting in 2000, he had just as much success with movies like The Scorpion King, The Fast and the Furious, and Jumanji. But that's not all he's good at. Dwayne runs his own businesses that make clothes, shoes, headphones, and the Terramana tequila name. He's one of the highest-paid stars in the world because he makes a lot of money from both acting and advertising. The fact that Dwayne is so rich shows how successful he's been in show business and entertainment. Valerie Bertinelli, $25 million. Valerie Bertinelli is a well-known actress and TV figure who has a great net worth of $25 million. Many people know Bertinelli from her time as Barbara Cooper Royer on the famous comedy One Day at a Time in the 1970s and 1980s. However, she's shown that she's very talented in many other areas of her long work. Besides being a great actress, she's also hosted food shows like Valerie's Home Cooking on Food Network, where she showed off her cooking skills. Valerie Bertinelli's amazing net worth comes from her long-term success in the entertainment business and her many other activities. This shows how many things she's accomplished over the years. Tiger Woods, $800 million. Tiger Woods is a famous golfer who's worth an amazing $800 million. So many people think he's one of the best players of all time that he turned pro in 1996. He became famous very quickly and won his first major, the Masters, in 1997. There are 15 more major wins in the collection, 4 U.S. Opens, 3 Open Championships, and 3 PGA Championships. Tiger's made a lot of money from more than just events. He's the all-time PGA Tour money winner with over $122 million. A lot of money has been added to his wealth by endorsement deals with Nike, Rolex, and Bridgestone. His great accomplishments as a golfer and as a smart businessman show how valuable he is. Adam Sandler, $440 million. Adam Sandler, a huge name in comedy, is worth $440 million. The early 1990s were the start of his comic genius on Saturday Night Live, where he was known for his crazy characters and silly jokes. When he moved to movies in 1994, he was in hits like Billy Madison and Happy Gilmore, and he often did more than one job, like producing and writing. Many critics love Adam's work in comedies, including Uncut Gems and Hustle. He makes a lot of money from advertising, film pay, and production fees, which makes him one of the highest-paid comics in the world. Julia Hart, $8 million. Julia Hart, the talented person who can do many things, is worth $8 million. In the early 1990s, she started her career in fashion as a shoe designer for well-known brands like La Perla. She really showed her business sense when she started the popular shoe line Julia Hart in 2012. Soon, Silvio Scala, an Italian millionaire, saw how good she was and made her CEO of Elite World Group. The company changed a lot while she was in charge. It grew into modeling, digital media, and talent management, and it got a bold new look and a new website. Her sources of income include designing clothes, being CEO of Elite World Group, writing, and giving speeches. Travis Barker, $50 million. The American drumming genius Travis Barker has a net worth of $50 million. He's known as the energetic drummer for Blink-182, but his musical journey goes beyond that. Travis started out in the 1990s with the punk band Aquabats. He joined Blink-182 in 1998 and impressed everyone with how fast he could play the drums. A lot of big hits from Blink-182 with him on board, like Enema of the State, Take Off Your Pants and Jacket, and Self-Titled. Besides his songs, Travis has been on reality TV shows like Meet the Barkers, and since 2021, Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Travis's $50 million net worth shows how successful he's been in many areas of music and entertainment.